Hey team, so today I wanted to take a look at another home workout case study sent in by one of you. I think to set the stage here this time, I'm just going to read the post because it does help to provide some important context. And if you saw the last time we did this, you might remember that context is really important for program design. So here we go. My old friend Sam writes, Hi Noah, so my hubs has this idea to spread out what would normally be too intensive a workout over the course of a day. For example, 10 rounds of 10 heavy deadlifts. That would be awful in one session, but if you did 10 heavy deadlifts, with appropriate warming up of course, every hour it would be doable. This every hour on the hour approach would drive me crazy, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Normally this isn't a feasible way to work out, but with people trying not to go stir crazy, maybe it's a good idea. Okay, so Sam apparently has a barbell at home, which, jealous. And also, admittedly, this workout might apply to fewer of us because we don't all have barbells. But still, there's some really important stuff buried in here for everybody. The original workout that Sam hints at here would look something like this. 10 sets of 10 deadlifts in a somewhat conventional format, so maybe 4 minutes of rest between each set. Now, Sam gets something absolutely correct here, and that's the observation that this workout probably isn't a great idea. Controlling for volume and controlling for time are both important considerations when designing a workout, and she correctly notes that this would be awful in one session. Awful and frankly not very effective either. There are certain exercises in particular that you want to be especially careful with regarding volume, and conventional deadlifts are right at the top of that list. So this would be a train wreck, I think. I doubt you'd even finish. For our alternative, we do a set every hour, which we might write something like this: 60 minutes of rest between each set. So Sam's idea of spacing out volume over the course of a day is a very good one. If you've ever done two-a-days, you want to space them out. If you've ever heard of the Bulgarian method, that's a format where you do maybe 3 sessions over the course of a day, all of them very high intensity, but each session is less than an hour and you spread them out so there's several hours between each one. So there really is some wisdom in this idea here. But as for this particular format, it has some issues. The biggest one stems from the fact that, as Sam points out, you have to warm up 10 times. And warming up for a truly heavy set of deadlifts is no joke. It might take 20 minutes, and it will almost certainly take quite a few warm-up sets each time. So when you factor in each of the 10 sets and then another, let's say, 4 sets to warm up for each of those, you are staring down the barrel of a terrifying amount of deadlifts over the course of a long day. And if you were to somehow make it through this 10-hour prize fight of a workout, I bet you'd have trouble walking for a week. And for the record, that is not a good thing. It is not a badge of honor to cripple yourself with silly workouts. So, from a program design perspective, I can't say that I recommend this one. But there's a really, really important nugget buried in here, and it's precisely why I chose to explore this workout. The last thing that Sam wrote is, normally, this isn't a feasible way to work out, but with people not trying to go stir crazy, maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it is. I can't in good faith recommend this exact workout, but let's come back to the idea of context. In the last case study video we did, I said something about what is the point of your workout? I can't stress enough how important this idea is. My goal in my practice is to create the best, most effective workouts given your goal set and your timeline. So do you want to test your back squat in 12 weeks? Or do you have to step on a runway in a bikini on a particular date? Every decision that we make should nudge you in that direction. But what if your goal is to have some fun, to find some solace in this crazy freaking world that we find ourselves in? What if that is your context? I think a great example of this is the classic CrossFit WOD Murph. If your goal, if your priority is to get a positive training effect, Murph is a terrible workout. It's just the worst. But if your goal is to gather with a group of people that you care about and work hard together, hopefully stay safe, maybe raise some money, have a barbecue, it's not a bad choice. So this is why I hammer this point over and over again with so many people that I work with. I want for you to say out loud over and over, why are you here? What are you even training for? What do you want to accomplish? And that should guide your hand when creating your workouts. And an important point here is that you can't have it all. You can't prioritize everything. If your goal is to gain 20 pounds of muscle and add inches to your vertical jump because football tryouts are in the fall, don't complain to me that the workouts aren't fun. That is not why you told me you wanted to be here. And if you love your workouts, maybe like a class because they're fun and you like the people there, you like the instructor, it feels good to move around and get a sweat, hell yeah, I think that's great. But at the same time, you can't be surprised if the results don't really come, because for you, that's not the point. Be honest with yourself. What's important to you? Why are you even training? And what other things are you willing to push to the back burner? Now we can build some successful workouts because we have defined what success actually is. So, deadlifts. If you want to build a workout with the aim to getting stronger and improving your deadlifts, don't overthink it. 5 sets, 5 to 7 reps, maybe some split squats after, finish off with some accessory work. That is plenty. You do not need 10 sets and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. In this case, our 10-hour deadlift session kind of misses the mark if that is our goal. But if your priority is to think of something creative, find a fun challenge, an outlet to keep your mind off of all of this, as long as you're being safe and as long as you're being honest with yourself about what you're doing and what you're not likely to accomplish, now we have some options. The point is that every workout needs to have a goal, and you need to know what that goal is. And nowadays, having some fun with your workouts is about as important a goal as it ever has been. As cynical as I am, even I have to admit that. So to all of you that are out there using your fitness as a way to see your way through this, I wish you clarity with your objectives, I wish you safety, and I wish you well.